few months ago, I created this terrarium in this kiln jar, the moss rock wall. Absolutely love it. It's coming along really well. Unfortunately, I had a infestation of nematodes. I mean, maybe not unfortunate. It created a pretty awesome video that went viral on TikTok. I guess it was for the time-lapse. People thought it was AI, but I do like this jar. I just don't want it full of nematodes. So my thought here is to convert this little jar terrarium into a paludarium. So a little mini paludarium. And in this way, you know, some of the nematodes will survive at the top area, but I don't know if some of these nematodes will be able to survive the flood. So I'll flood it halfway, turn it into a paludarium, and get to capture some awesome time-lapse of the things that happen inside here. Now, this is me in editing mode, so I can tell you that I did capture some pretty incredible footage. And it's one of the reasons why I like to do these kind of experiments, is because firstly, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I never do know what's going to happen when I do these experiments, and I'm always surprised to see what actually turns out to be fascinating for me to learn and visually stunning in terms of time-lapse. So if you're into this sort of stuff, please hit the like button, subscribe, show some love to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. One thing I did find very interesting was that once I filmed those nematodes, they did seem to just disappear into the soil and at the back of the moss. And I hadn't seen them until I did this flood. And I thought they were kind of gone. I was like, where did they go? But they clearly deep inside the soil. Pretty cool. My goal with this channel is to kind of test my ability of videography. I do want to learn more. I find myself very intrigued with these sort of style shots. So hopefully I can get more content that is kind of an art form, cinematic. That's the goal, and hopefully get better and better as these videos evolve. So a few days later, I was pleasantly surprised to find this little misty cloud that hovers midway in the water. And I kind of have an idea of what it is because of some of my past videos. I think this is that little single-celled organism called Colpidium colpoda. And these little guys love stagnant, kind of dirty water. They, in canals and, just water that's kind of rancid. They feed off bacteria, so it's the perfect environment for them. But why are they in this jar? I don't know. They must have come from the soil, but they are epic. You'll see what's about to happen with these guys, but they're pretty cool. It's a pretty cool outcome, and I'm glad that they're there. So when I first created this terrarium, I did add some fire orange springtails just to help keep maintenance inside this terrarium, and it's just a perfect little home for them. Now don't worry, they are they're pretty good with surviving in flooded and watery conditions, and they can go up onto the side of the moss whenever they want. I think springtails are hydrophobic too, so they will never drown. They just glide on the surface of the water, and I think some of them like to breed on the surface of the water. But it was good seeing that there's still a bunch of them in there, and hopefully they find the side of the wall now. I know I've had a couple of questions of how I clean these terrariums, and I made my own little sponge sort of stick that helps lift up any dirt, any grime, and helps maintain the aesthetic of the jar. And I'll do this like weekly. I'll just pop the jar open, clean the sides. I will also clean any area that looks like it's getting some like algae or spot algae growth. And the sponge is pretty good because it's actually quite coarse, so it does help lift off any of the algae that grows on the side of the glass. Now that I've got water inside here, that's what's going to happen. It will happen regardless of what you do. But this is going to be an awesome little experiment to see just exactly what develops in this jar. And once again, guys, I appreciate you watching this video, and very excited to upload the next one because it's one of my favorites. Once again, it's these little creatures dancing in formation. I don't think it's ever been studied before. I don't think I've ever seen any other videos online about this. And if there's a biologist out there that knows where I can find a link, please share it with me, comment. I would love to see it. This is truly fascinating to me. And stay tuned for the next one. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.